O Levels Maths Exercise 13A D1 7th edition. We shall try to cover question number 5 in this video. The question is, a piece of wire 144 centimeter long is bent to form a semicircle as shown in the figure. They have taken a piece of wire which is 144 centimeter long. If we can assume that it's a piece of wire, then they have bent it. I couldn't lay my hand on a wire, so I am using a thread. They have taken a wire and bent it in the form of a semicircle like this. So assume that it's a wire. This semicircle is a wire which is bent. Now find the diameter of the semicircle. We have to find this diameter. From diameter of a circle is the line which touches both its ends and passes through the center. Any line which passes through the center and touches both ends is a diameter. And the diameter of a semicircle is obviously it's this part. The half of the circle is being removed from this part. This dotted circle is not there, so from here they have drawn the semicircle. That's why it's the diameter. So this line is the diameter. We had to find out the length of this part. Now we know that the entire this outside, this line and this line, because it is the wire which was bent, the length of this wire is 144 centimeter, and this wire is making the outer boundary of a semicircle. It has nothing to do with the inner side. The inner side is always the area. This wire has nothing to do with the area. It is making the outer boundary of this semicircle. So whenever the outer boundary is involved, perimeter jumps in. We have to solve it by using the perimeter, because when we take the sum of the outer boundary of any shape, we take out perimeter, and for the inner area we use the term area, and it has some other formula. Now this round shape is the circumference. I have told you in the previous video as well, whenever there is a circle and we have to measure the outer side of the circle, it is called circumference. And its formula is 2 pi r. Pi is used for circular shapes. Now it's so whatever is circular, now this shape, the semicircle, it is composed of a straight line and a semicircle. This will be the circumference, but half, because half, and the entire shape, the perimeter, they have not used the term circumference. If it would have been just the round shape, they would have used the term circumference, like in this figure. But now there is a line involved. There is also a line involved. So perimeter is the sum of the outer sides of all the shapes, and in this case the wire is making the outer outskirts of this semicircle. So they are using the term perimeter because there is a line and a circular shape. If it would have been a complete circle, then they would have asked the circumference. Now we should know that now they have given us, so we come to know that perimeter, this wire is making the perimeter so of this semicircle. So I will write down the formula for perimeter is equal to 2 pi r of a 2 pi r by 2 plus d. Perimeter is, I have written this 2 underneath because a semicircle is involved. A semicircle, the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r, and circumference of a semicircle is equal to 2 pi r over 2, where the 2 will be crossed out. Here perimeter, here the perimeter is a semicircle plus d. Semicircle plus d. I know now this 2 will be crossed out. Perimeter is the entire length, is made up of entire length of wire, which is 144 centimeter. It is given. Now it is pi r plus d. Now I know there are so many unknowns. I don't know the radius, I don't know the diameter. So but I can change this diameter into radius. How come? Because we know diameter is twice the size of a radius. So I will replace this diameter with 2r. Now it is essential to do it here because we cannot, in one equation there has to be one unknown. Radius is not known, diameter is not known, but I can write diameter in terms of radius. Now there is only one unknown in the entire equation, radius. These cannot be added. If there would have been pi here as well, so it could be added, but now they cannot be added because it's pi r plus 2r. Pi is something else and 2 is a number, so we cannot add them, but we can take r common. It's pi plus 2. We can take pi r common, and this would be the result. Now 144, I am just writing down 144, the length of the wire here, which is equivalent to the perimeter of the shape. Now I will replace pi with 3.14 is equal to r. 3.14 plus 2. Now they are number, I can add them. So when I will add them, it will be 5.14. Now I'll swap it. I have to take out the value of r. R, that's why I'm going to bring it to the LHS. It is 5.14 r, or you can write it like that, is equal to 144. Now I just want r here and I don't require this here, so I will take it to the other side. Here it is multiplying, there it will divide. So r is equal to 144 over 5.14, and the answer is 28.0155. Here at the end they have written it to one place of decimal. One place of decimal is till this. Now we know that the next number is less than 5, so it will not change this 0. So your answer is 28.0 or 28. Now radius is 28 and diameter is 2 times the radius, so 2 into 28 is equal to 56 centimeter. Now there is another catch in this question. They have said that I have not used 22/7, I have used 3.14 instead of 22/7. It is when you solve it, the result is again 3.14, so it hardly matters. Find the diameter, giving your answer in meters. Now I have to convert this centimeter into meters. Now I have to make a relation between meters and centimeters. You can check the question number 1 of this exercise as well. I have discussed it in detail, the conversion in detail in that question, but here I am going to explain it again. always write the bigger term on the left hand side. In centimeter and meter, meter is the biggest term. I will write it on the LHS and the smallest term on the RHS. Always write this, always write 1 with it. Now 1 meter, create a relation between them. We know that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. I have created a relation between meter and centimeter. Now what I have to do, I have to change 56 centimeter into meters. So I gave you the rule, when centimeter is the smaller unit and meter is a bigger unit, whenever a smaller unit has to be converted into bigger unit, the rule is small to big divide. Small SBD, small to big divide. This is a small unit, we have to convert it into a bigger unit, so we have to divide with what? With 100, with this relation. So I will write down 100 in the denominator and 56 in the numerator. Now you can use a calculator to sort it out, but I have already discussed it that the numbers which do not have a decimal, obvious decimal, they have hiding it at the end of it. So if there are 2 zeros in the denominator, move the decimal two places to the left. So 1 2, here you will have the decimal, so the answer will be 0.56. You can use a calculator. So you can write this diameter is equal to 0.56 meter. So we must keep this in mind. Okay, when a semicircle is involved, they will always use the term circumference. They will always use the term perimeter instead of circumference, because there is a line and a circular shape. But in a full circle, they will the perimeter is the circumference. So it's the circumference of a half circle, and plus d is the perimeter, which is equivalent to 144 centimeter. Hence we have found the diameter.